Welcome back to Alexandra Palace, where it's now time for an exhibition.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The first frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break. One.
Playing this with a lot of power.
And in it goes.
Great cueing.
3.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
4.
He'll play this with plenty of power. Nicely onto a red.
8.
That was a pretty straightforward pot, but the action he got on the cue ball was very impressive.
9.
He's looking at the pot into the left centre.
15.
Playing this with plenty of power.
No issues there.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
16.
Lots of power on this shot.
Excellent pot. Superb.
He'll be happy with that. Top shot.
21. $22.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
27.
This is no gimme.
No, not quite. Pretty close though, but that won't provide any solace.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 27. One. 4. 5. Zhao Xintong, 5.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Close, but not quite.
One. 6.
That's a shocker.
Zhao Xintong, 6.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Great shot.
He's left that a little bit more tricky than he would have liked.
1.
Not ideal.
6.
He's taking this red on.
No problems with the rest there. Well played.
7.
He'll need to strike the cue ball very true here. He's really on fire here.
12.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket. Tremendous shot.
Oh, wonderful shot.
13. $19.
He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket. What a top pot that was.
Simply wonderful.
20.
Tricky pot coming up.
The cue ball drops, and that's a foul.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 20. Zhao Xintong, 6.
Perfect cueing required for this shot. Really aggressive potting there. That took some guts.
One.
He's playing for the right corner here. Down it goes.
He's playing very well here.
6.
This is the key shot. If this goes in, you fancy him for the frame. No issues there.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
No problem there.
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
14. $15.
He's taking this on.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 15. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That's the frame in the bag.
Thank you. The second frame. Zhao Xintong to break.
Playing this with a lot of power.
Great opening red.
One.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner. In it goes.
He's right on top of his game at the moment.
6. Seven. $12.
Gently does it.
$13.
Long pot, right up his street.
Anything looks possible when he's cueing this well.
18.
He's finished a bit awkward here.
19.
This is being played towards the left middle pocket.
$24.
Well, he's taking the red on.
$25.
This really is tricky.
What a wonderful pot.
He'll be very happy with the position here.
$30.
No real problem here.
$31.
I can't see any problems here.
$36.
Now that's a poor shot.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 36.
This is a real opportunity to get back into this frame.
1. Zhao Xintong, 1.
It's half a chance, but a chance nonetheless. What a pot. Amazing.
Position looks pretty good to me.
1.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Well, he lost control of the cue ball there. He'll be annoyed with that.
7.
Impressive shot with the rest.
8.
He's taking this on. Wow! What a great pot that was!
And the cue ball was finished very nicely.
14. $15.
The long pot's on, and he's going for it. That's a loose shot.
20.
That's careless. And a foul.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 20. Zhao Xintong, 4. 1. $5. 6.
He'll be fuming about that.
11. Zhao Xintong, 11.
Very tricky shot coming up.
Fabulous effort. That's a great pot.
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. Superb positional shot.
1. $8.
Position looks good for a colour.
9. $16.
Decent position to take on a colour here.
17.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
$24.
Just the colours remaining on the table now.
$26.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 26. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well played to take that frame.
2 frames ahead, and he's starting to build some momentum here.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
That is a quality opening red.
1.
He's going for the left corner pocket.
Great shot.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
6. Seven.
Well played.
13. $14.
This will need good cueing. High quality play here. He's found some form, that's for sure.
19.
A delicate touch required here.
He's got it off. That'll be frustrating.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 19. Zhao Xintong, 4. 1. Six.
Pace is key.
7. Zhao Xintong, 7.
That split is not bad at all. Great opportunity.
1. Seven. 8.
That's ended up more awkward than he would have wanted.
14.
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket.
15.
This is really tricky.
Oh, what a shot. Unbelievable.
Just look at that for a positional shot. Superb.
19. 20.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt. Well, an excellent pot.
25. 26.
He's played that very well.
33. 34. 41.
Just as red needed.
Brilliant. Simply brilliant.
That should be it. No real way for his opponent to win the frame now.
42.
He's aiming for the left corner here. That's a top shot. Well played.
49.
He's just looking to drop this in gently.
50. 55. 56.
Playing this with plenty of power. Foul, but of no consequence.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 56. Zhao Xintong, 7. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame.
Thank you, the fourth frame. Zhao Xintong to break.
He's playing the pot here.
Impressive opening red.
1.
Very tricky shot coming up.
What a tremendous pot.
Superb cue ball control there. Ideal position.
8.
The split looks good to me.
9.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner. No problem there.
He's cueing extremely well here.
16.
Looking to play this softly.
17.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
Well, you can't question his cue power after that shot.
22. 23.
Pace is critical here.
$29. $30. $37. $38. $45.
Looking to run this along the cushion.
$46.
So, this pot into the right corner. That's an excellent pot.
What a wonderful pot.
53. $54.
He's looking to pot the pink. What a shot that is!
What about that for a positional shot? Perfect.
60. $61.
Nicely done.
67.
This red required. In it goes.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
68. $75.
Nice position on the black.
76. $83.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner? Excellent shot.
84. $91.
He's aiming for the left corner here. That's a beauty.
92. $99. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 99. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And now the frame is his.
And cue the fifth frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
That's an excellent opening red.
1. Six.
Tricky pot coming up.
And that's right out of the top drawer.
That's great cue ball control. Excellent position.
7. Twelve.
He's attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket. Nicely done.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
13.
He's going for the left corner pocket. Tremendous pot.
Great cueing there.
19.
Lots of power on this shot.
20.
Tricky shot here.
Oh, that's right out of the top drawer.
Great positional shot. He'll be happy with that.
23. $24.
Yeah, played it well.
31.
He's nicely onto the brown.
32.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
I'm not sure what happened there, but that's a poor shot.
36.
He won't want to underhit this shot.
Not what he intended at all. He'll be annoyed with that.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 36.
Good chance to get a foot in the door here.
1. Eight. Nine.
He seems really rattled at the moment.
Zhao Xintong, 9.
Tough shot coming up.
That's well played with the rest.
1.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
Seven.
Well, he's taking it on. Oh, what a shot that is.
Excellent positional play there. Inch perfect.
8.
Looking to pot this brown.
12.
This is tough.
Beautiful pot.
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What can he do here?
13.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
That's a bit sloppy. He's lost position here.
17. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 17.
Well, that's not worked out quite as he intended it to.
He's going for the left centre here.
1. 5.
'Tricky pot along the cushion here.
6. 9. 10. 17.
'Beautifully done.
18. 23. 25. 28. Frame conceded. Frame, Zhao Xintong. Thank you. The 6th frame, Zhao Xintong to break.
He's looking at this red. That's a good opening red.
One.
Well, he's taking this black on. He's played that very well with the rest.
8.
'Nicely positioned for the black.
9. 16.
'Playing for the middle pocket. That's a great pot.
Well, he's lost the cue ball a touch. Would have wanted that under better control, really.
24. 25. 32. 33. 40.
Well, he's playing this into the left middle pocket.
Not the quality we'd expect from a player of his skills.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 40. 1. 8.
This really is tricky.
Well, an excellent pot.
9.
Doesn't want to overhit this.
14. 15. 20. 21. Zhao Xintong, 21. One. Eight.
Nicely onto the colour.
9. 16. 17. 24.
This red required.
Now that's a top quality shot with the rest. Not easy at all.
25.
He's playing the pot here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 25.
This is really tricky.
Great pot.
One.
High quality striking required here.
He's fortunate there.
Six.
This requires good cueing.
What a pot that is! Goodness me, that's a real cracker.
7.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
14.
Just the colours now.
16.
He's playing the pot here. Well, that's just outstanding. Superb pot.
19. 23. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 23. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame. Well played.
Thank you, the 7th frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
He won't be too happy with his position here.
1.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
That hasn't really worked out at all.
7.
I'm not sure what happened there, but it's a poor result.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 7. 1. Zhao Xintong, 1. One.
Played it well.
6.
Nicely positioned for the yellow here.
7.
Lots of power on this shot.
9.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. What a top shot that is.
Quality cueing there, really good.
10.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here.
15.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket. What a magnificent pot that is.
Position looks very good here. He's played that very well.
16.
Not quite the spread he wanted.
21.
Well, it goes. Half a chance.
Well played. That was made more difficult due to the rest being used.
22.
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket.
28.
Looking to play this softly. That was no more than a half chance, but he made it look simple. Great stuff.
He couldn't have played that any better.
29.
That's a top shot.
Wonderful shot.
35.
Nice position to take on the yellow.
36.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
42.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
43.
Playing this with a lot of power. Playing this with plenty of power.
What a fabulous pot that is.
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. Superb positional shot.
46. $47.
He's an expert long potter, and he's taking this on.
Well, that's an unforced error.
53.
That's a shocker.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 53. 1. Zhao Xintong, 1.
He could have played that better. The safety battle continues. The cue ball looks pretty safe here. That's an excellent shot. If he underhits this, he could be in trouble. He'll be aware of the risks associated with playing this with too much pace. He's got to be careful not to underhit this. He's lining this up into the right middle pocket.
1.
Foul, but it doesn't really matter.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1. Zhao Xintong, 4. Free ball.
He needs good control over the pace of the white with this shot. Not the best shot, although it was a very testing position he found himself in.
Foul. Zhao Xintong, 4.
He'll want fine control over the pace of this shot. I'm not sure what happened there, but that's a poor shot.
That's a top safety shot. He just wants to avoid the foul here. That'll keep his opponent needing snookers.
Not what he intended, and to be honest, I'm not sure what his intention was.
Foul. Zhao Xintong, 4. 1. 5. Zhao Xintong, 5.
He really doesn't want to let his opponent back into the frame with a foul here. That's not a good result. It was a very tough shot, though.
Foul. Zhao Xintong, 4. Free ball.
That hasn't really worked out at all.
Foul and a miss. Zhao Xintong, 4.
He's trying to be as risk-averse as possible here.
Well, it was a really hard shot, and it hasn't worked out for him at all.
Foul and a miss. Zhao Xintong, 4. Free ball.
He doesn't want to lose the white here. He could leave an opportunity. Not really the result he was after. He'll be disappointed with that shot, I think.
Foul and a miss. Zhao Xintong, 4. 1. 4. 6. Zhao Xintong, 6.
That could be a costly error.
Foul. Zhao Xintong, 4.
Well, it goes. Half a chance. Brilliant shot.
What about that for a positional shot? Perfect.
3.
So, this pot into the right corner.
That could be better.
7.
He just needs the blue here.
Would you believe it?
12.
He doesn't want to play this with too much pace. That's a pretty poor attempt.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 12. Zhao Xintong, 6. Six.
If this goes in, that'll be the frame.
And the frame, Zhao Xintong.
That is the frame.
Thank you, the 8th frame, Zhao Xintong to break.
Oh, that's careless.
He'll play this with plenty of power. Really nice opening there.
1. Eight. Nine.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. Excellent pot.
He really looks in fine form at the moment.
15. 16. 23.
He's going for it.
Good split. That's really opened the table up here.
24. 31.
Nicely onto the black.
32. 39. 40. 47.
This is a half chance. Fabulous pot.
Excellent positional play there. Inch perfect.
48. $54. $55.
He's playing for the right corner here. No issues there.
He seems full of confidence at the moment.
61. $62. $69.
Just the red required. And in it goes.
That should be it. No real way for his opponent to win the frame now.
70.
Playing for the middle pocket. What a top shot that is.
73.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner. In it goes.
74.
This looks relatively easy.
$81.
Well, this is a challenging shot along the cushion.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 81. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And now the frame is his.
Thank you, the 9th frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Wow, he'll be thrilled with that.
1.
He's aiming for the left corner here. Great shot.
Great technique, superb cueing.
6.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
7. Zhao Xintong, 7.
Not an easy one, but a half chance. What a great pot.
1.
This will be a real test of his cueing.
Not the ideal result, but it could have been worse.
5.
Tricky shot here.
Oh yes, what a pot.
6.
think he's playing this with a lot of power.
That's an excellent pot.
Really impressive cueing.
Eight.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner. In off.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8. Zhao Xintong, 4.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
Playing this with plenty of power.
That's a top shot. Outstanding potting.
1. Seven.
He's attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket. Tremendous shot.
Excellent cueing.
8.
Very tricky shot coming up. That's a really good split, and this is a real opportunity.
14.
Lots of power on this shot.
15.
Playing this with a lot of power.
That's a top shot.
Simply wonderful.
19. $20.
That's a good split. He's got a real chance here.
27.
He's taking this on. That's a top shot. Well played.
Just look at that for a positional shot. Superb.
28.
Excellent shot.
Great technique. Superb cueing.
35.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
$36.
Nicely positioned for the red.
43. $44.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
49.
Just this red needed. Nicely done.
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
50.
Beautiful.
That should be it. No real way for his opponent to win the frame now.
57. $58.
He's looking at the pot into the left middle.
$63.
This isn't easy. No problems with the rest there. Well played.
64.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
$71.
Just the colours remaining. Tremendous potting.
73.
He's just looking to drop this in gently.
$76.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
$80.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 80. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That is the frame.
Thank you, the 10th frame. Zhao Xintong to break.
He'll play this with plenty of power. Really nice opening there.
1.
He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket. Nicely done.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
6.
So, this pot into the right corner. No problem there.
Really impressive cueing.
7.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
13.
He's taking on the pot along the cushion.
14.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt. Tremendous shot.
Really well played.
19.
Playing this with plenty of power. That's a great split. He'll be unlucky if he's not on anything here.
$20.
The long pot's on, and he's going for it.
Well, not perfect position.
25.
This is not easy.
Brilliant! What a magnificent pot.
He'll be happy with that. Top shot.
26.
Gently does it.
$33.
Decent position on the pink here.
34.
A delicate touch required here.
40.
What a great shot that is.
That could have finished a little better.
41.
That's an absolutely outstanding pot.
That's great cue ball control. Excellent position.
47.
This won't be easy.
Oh, tremendous pot.
Position that...
48.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket. That's a beauty.
What a wonderful pot.
54.
Nicely done. Good position to take on this pink.
55.
Pace is very important. Very well played.
$62.
He just needs this pink. Beautifully done.
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
68. $69. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 69. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well played to take that frame.
Thank you, the 11th frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break. Touching ball. 1. Eight.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here. Oh, what a shot! Unbelievable!
He'll be very happy with the position here.
And in it goes.
Excellent cueing.
14.
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket. Excellent pot.
He really looks in fine form at the moment.
15. 20. 21.
'Long pot, right up his street.
Great cueing.
26. 27.
'We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
We know he's blessed with great cue power, and that's a great example of what he can do.
32.
He's attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket.
Would you believe it?
33.
He doesn't want to play this with too much pace, or he could leave his opponent on. That's not a good result. It was a very tough shot, though.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 33. Zhao Xintong, 7. 1. Six. 7. 10. 'Xintong, 10.
Decent position to take on a colour here.
1. 8. 9.
He's playing this into the right centre pocket. Well, an excellent pot.
Not really the level of control he was after there. Lost the cue ball a little.
17.
Aiming for the centre pocket here. That's a great pot.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
24. $25. $32.
Not really the result he was after.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 32. 1. Six. 7. Zhao Xintong, 7.
He's taking it on. That's well played with the rest.
1.
He's an expert long potter and he's taking this on. Fabulous effort. That's a great pot.
8.
He's going for the left corner pocket. Tremendous pot.
10. 13. 17.
Playing this with a lot of power.
22. 28.
Good cueing required here.
Well, that's a foul, but it won't matter.
Foul. Zhao Xintong, 7. 28. And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That's the frame in the bag.
Thank you, frame 12. Zhao Xintong to break.
Lots of power on this shot. Not the best split. He'll be disappointed with that.
1.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Tremendous bottom.
And the cue ball has finished very nicely.
4.
Position looks good for a colour.
5.
That's a good split. He's got a real chance here.
12.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 12. 1. Eight.
Yes, he's taking the pot on.
Not a great split.
9.
No, not this time.
Zhao Xintong, 9. One.
Lots of power on this shot.
Down it goes.
Wonderful shot.
Four.
He's tempted by this red. That's a top shot. Well played.
He's right on top of his game at the moment.
5. Twelve.
This should be straightforward enough. Well, not perfect position.
13.
This won't be easy. Well played. That was made more difficult due to the rest being used.
20. $21.
Very nicely done.
28.
Perfect pace required for this shot.
A bit casual there. He'll be annoyed with that.
29.
He's lining the black up. Oh, that's a top quality shot with the rest. Not easy at all.
36.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner.
$37.
The rest won't make this any easier.
No, not this time. Close, but a miss nonetheless.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 37.
He's taking the red on. He's hit the brown ball, and that's a foul.
Foul and a miss. Zhao Xintong, 4.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
1.
This is no gimme.
Magnificent pot.
Great positional shot. He'll be happy with that.
3. Four. 11.
He just needs the red.
Down it goes.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
12.
That's not the best shot I've seen.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 12. 1. Zhao Xintong, 1.
He'll be aware how important pace is for this shot. Well, it was a really hard shot, and it hasn't worked out for him at all.
Foul. Zhao Xintong, 4.
He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket.
One.
It's half a chance, but a chance nonetheless. Wonderful shot.
8. 10.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
13.
This should be pretty straightforward.
17. 'Ronnie O'Sullivan, 17. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame. Well played.
Thank you, frame 13. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break. Touching ball.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket. That's a good opening leg.
1.
Yeah, he's looking to drop this into the middle pocket. What a top pot that was.
Great cueing.
4.
He's aiming for the left corner here. Tremendous shot.
Quality cueing there. Really good.
5.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
11. 12.
Playing this with a lot of power.
No issues there.
He's cueing extremely well here.
17.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Well, an excellent pot.
Great cueing there.
18.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on. Now that's a top shot.
Very well played.
23.
Well, that's left him a little awkward there.
24.
Not an easy one, but a half chance. Excellent pot.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
30.
That's just brilliant. What a shot.
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What can he do here?
31.
This will test his technique.
Not what he intended.
36.
No more than half a chance here. What a magnificent pot that is.
He couldn't have played that any better.
37.
This is really tricky.
He's played that very well with the rest.
43.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
That's a great stretch. He'll be unlucky if he's not on anything here.
44.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner.
$50.
Challenging pot along the cushion here. Brilliant. What a pot.
Superb cue ball control there. Ideal position.
51.
This won't be easy.
Beautiful.
He seems full of confidence at the moment.
57. $58.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt. What a magnificent pot that is.
He's played that very well.
63.
So, just the red required here. Down it goes.
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
54. $70. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 70. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame.
Thank you, frame 14. Zhao Xintong to break.
He fancies this red. Great opening red.
One.
The long pot's on, and he's going for it.
Six.
Half a chance here.
The split looks good to me.
7.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner. Down it goes.
Oh, wonderful shot.
14.
He's lining this up into the left centre pocket.
Nicely positioned for the black.
15. $22.
A delicate touch required here.
Nice position on the black.
23.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
He's lost the cue ball a touch here.
30. $31.
Long pot, right up his street. And that's right out of the top drawer.
36. $37. $44.
Well, that's not ideal.
45.
This is really tricky.
What a shot he's pulled out the bag there. No more than a half chance.
Position looks pretty good to me.
52.
Brilliant pot, outstanding. They don't come much better than that.
Well, he's lost the cue ball a touch. Would have wanted that under better control, really.
60.
Position looks good for a colour.
61. $68.
This is a critical shot here. And in it goes.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
69. $76. $77. $84.
Gently does it.
$85. 92.
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket. In it goes.
93.
He's attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket. What a top shot that is.
99.
He's taking on the long red to the corner pocket. Fantastic century. Brilliant.
100. $107. 108. 115. 'Ronnie O'Sullivan, 115. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That is the frame.
Thank you, frame 50. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Looking to play this with a lot of power. Impressive opening red.
One.
He's looking for the pot into the right middle.
Good split. That's really opened the table up here.
6.
So, this pot into the right corner. Tremendous pot.
He's playing very well here.
7.
He's aiming for the left corner here. That's a beauty.
Great cueing.
12. 13. 19. 20.
'Nicely played.
26.
'He's looking at this red to the corner.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
27.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket. What a top pot that was.
He's playing very well here.
33.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here. That's a fabulous pot.
Excellent positional play there. Inch perfect.
34.
This is not easy.
Outstanding pot. It's right out of the top drawer.
He'll be very happy with the position here.
39. 40. 47.
He's just looking to drop this in gently.
48.
Yes, he's taking the pot on. No problem there.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
55.
He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket.
$62.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
What a beauty!
That's great cue ball control. Excellent position.
63.
So, just this black needed.
70.
Well, he's taking the red on. That's just magnificent.
71.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
$78.
Looking to play this softly.
$79. $86. $87. $94.
So, this pot into the right corner. Excellent shot.
95.
He's taking it on.
What a brilliant century.
100. $101. $108.
Only the colours remaining.
$110.
Well, he's taking it on.
High quality recovery shot.
That's a top shot. Well played.
117. $122.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket.
$128.
Fantastic clearance. Brilliant.
135. And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame.
Thank you, frame 16. Zhao Xintong to break.
That foul will really annoy him.
Foul and a miss. Zhao Xintong, 4.
Playing this with a lot of power. That split is not bad at all. Great opportunity.
One. Six.
That could have finished a little better.
7. 14. 15.
He's an expert long potter and he's taking this on.
Great technique, superb cueing.
20.
Playing this with plenty of power.
$21.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
Tremendous pot. Brilliant.
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. Superb positional shot.
28.
Lots of power on this shot. That's a really good split, and this is a real opportunity.
29.
He's going for the left corner pocket. Great shot.
Really impressive cueing.
36. 37.
Tough shot coming up.
What a beautiful pot that is.
He'll be happy with that. Top shot.
43. 44. 51.
That's ended up more awkward than he would have wanted.
52. 59. 60. 67.
This is a half chance. Brilliant. What a magnificent pot.
What about that for a positional shot? Perfect.
$75.
Gently does it.
$76.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here. Brilliant shot.
Very nicely done.
80. 81.
'He's playing for the right corner here.
$87.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
$88.
Well, he's taking it on.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 88. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame. Well played.
Thank you, frame 17. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break. One. Six.
He's lost the cue ball a touch here.
7.
This is tough. Well, I'm not sure that's what he intended.
14.
He'll be disappointed with that. This is a chance.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 14. One.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here. And in it goes.
4. Five.
Not the best shot.
10. Zhao Xintong, 10. Touching ball.
Tricky pot coming up.
In it goes. What a shot.
He couldn't have played that any better.
1.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Six.
Tough shot coming up.
Unbelievable pot.
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What can he do here?
7. $14.
This looks pretty simple.
15.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
20.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner? That's a top shot.
What a wonderful pot.
21. 28.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. That's an excellent pot.
Quality cueing there. Really good.
29.
He's aiming for the left corner here. Beautifully done.
Oh, wonderful shot.
34.
He'll play this with plenty of power. That's not the best split.
35.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt.
Simply wonderful.
40. $41.
Lots of power on this shot.
That's a bit careless.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 41. Zhao Xintong, 6.
No more than half a chance here. What a tremendous pot.
Great positional shot. He'll be happy with that.
8.
Just the red needed here.
9.
This requires a really good strike.
Stroked in beautifully.
14.
Well, he's taking it on. Great pot.
$15.
He's going for the left corner pocket. Nicely done.
22. $23.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
$30.
Just the colours left now.
$32. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 32. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well played to take that frame.
Thank you, frame 18. Zhao Xintong to break.
He'll play this with plenty of power. He would have hoped for a better split there.
1.
Tough shot coming up.
That's a top shot. Well played.
Just look at that for a positional shot. Superb.
4.
This is tough.
Five.
This is being played towards the left middle pocket. That's a great pot.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
11.
Nicely onto the colour.
12.
This needs to be played at the right pace.
18. $19.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on. That's a beauty.
Nicely played.
24.
That's a pretty loose shot there.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 24. Zhao Xintong, 6.
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket.
One.
Very tricky shot coming up.
Oh, fabulous shot.
And the cue ball is finished very nicely.
4.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Five. 11.
looking to play this softly.
12.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket. Excellent shot.
Excellent cueing.
18.
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket.
19.
He's finished a bit awkward here.
26.
A delicate touch required here.
Well, not perfect position.
27. 33.
This is really tricky.
He's played that very well with the wrist.
34.
He's taking it on. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, that's left him a little awkward there.
41. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 41. 1.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket.
7. Zhao Xintong, 7.
Playing this with a lot of power.
Brilliant shot.
One.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Seven. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 7. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And now the frame is his.
Thank you, frame 19. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break. Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 6.
Well, he's asked for the retake.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 6.
He's playing on from this position. That's a great split. He'll be unlucky if he's got anything here.
1.
This isn't easy.
Beautiful pot.
Superb cue ball control there. Ideal position.
7. 8.
This won't be easy.
That's a tremendous pot.
Position looks pretty good to me.
13.
He's taking on the long red to the corner. What a top pot that was.
Wonderful shot.
$14.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner? That's a top shot.
He really looks in fine form at the moment.
21.
Yes, he's taking the pot on.
That's a really good split, and this is a real opportunity.
22.
Nicely played onto a red.
29.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
30. $37. $38.
Aiming for the centre pocket here.
$44.
This is no gimme.
What a great shot that is.
Not really the level of control he was after there. Lost the cue ball a little.
52. $53. $60.
He's playing the pot here. What a great pot.
Position looks very good here. He's played that very well.
61.
Just this pink now. No issues there.
That should effectively remove any ideas his opponent may have of a comeback.
67. $68.
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket.
$74. $75.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
$81.
This really is tricky.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 81. Frame conceded, frame and match, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Frame and match.